Hey everybody, James here from All American Guardian. On this video, I'm going to show you how to fix the biggest security issue out there with WordPress today, and that's having a weak username, okay? On most um, installs of WordPress, the default, for whatever reason, is set to admin, A-D-M-I-N. On some of them, it's administrator, but typically it's admin. This is the worst username possible for WordPress. And what I mean by that is when you actually go to log in on your WordPress website, if this is your username, this is no bueno, okay? It's no good. The hackers that are constantly trying to break into WordPress websites, this is typically the name that they will always start off using trying to break in. If they have this, if they're using that to try to break in and that is your username, the only thing they have to do now is guess your password. So it's much safer to make your username something that's uncommon, something that they're never going to be able to guess, or that it would be very difficult for them to just guess this name because it's so random. Because if you use your username, if you use your own name, or if you use your website name, those are all things that they're going to try to use to guess your username and password combination and break into your WordPress site and take over. We don't want that to happen. You paid too much money or put too much time into building your WordPress website and getting all your content on there, and that's where your customers go, and that's your online presence. You do not want that destroyed. So the way that we can fix it is you're going to go ahead and log in with the weak username, okay? The only one you have probably. So I'm just going to log in with my weak admin username. And what we're going to do is go over here to the left-hand side where it says users. Click on all users, and you can see I'm the only user in this particular installation of WordPress. So my username is admin. It's got my full name there, and it's got an email address associated with that username. It says that my role is administrator. So the only way to change this is to add another user and also give that user administrator privileges. And then we have to log out, log back in as the second user, and delete this particular weak admin username profile. So that's what we're going to do now. The only thing that you really need is a second email address. Okay, you've got to have two emails because you've got one already connected here. So if you don't have a second one, I mean, you could literally like use your wife's, your husband's, your boyfriend, girlfriend, or best friend, or just go set one up real quick on Gmail. I mean, it's super easy. So um, anyhow, I think most people nowadays have more than one email address. So what we're going to do is add new. And I'm going to go back to Amerolican, some weird word I made up. Instead of All American, it's Amerolican. And an email is required. We'll do James at All American Guardian. Everybody knows that one. All right. And you want to put a valid email address in here because this is what's going to be connected to your WordPress website from now on. So you don't want to put in just some BS email address that you don't know how to get into or some random one that's made up. You want to make sure this is a real email address that you're going to check. You don't have to put your first and last name in here or your website. You're going to click on show password. And right here, I would just delete this. I'm clicking on hide because I don't want to share the password that I'm using. So it'll actually tell you as you're typing out these letters, it's telling you that this is very weak, still very weak, still very weak, still very weak. And now it's weak, now it's medium, Now it's strong. I'm going to type it out fast one more time just to make sure I did it right. Okay, so I have a strong password. If you were making this for someone else, you could click on send the new user an email about their account, but we don't need to do that. Now this is very important right here where it says role. The default is subscriber. That's not going to give them any kind of privileges to delete another user. So you need to give that account administrator privileges. Okay, so let's review one more time. We clicked on add new user. We made a username that's something unique. We put in a new email address. We made a strong password, and we just unchecked send user notification. You could leave it checked. It's not going to hurt anything. It'll just send an email out with the login details. And then we chose administrator. We're going to click on add new user. And now we have two users in here. We've got an admin and a Mara Olican. And right here, they both say administrator. And there's the two different email addresses. So now we're going to log out because we're logged in under the weak administrator password, which is admin. So we're going to log out. I'm going to log back in under the new one and delete the old one. And we are in. We'll go to users, all users. And this one that's weak, admin, we're just going to hit delete. And right here, if you had added some content, pages or posts, whatever, under the original username that was weak, you do not want to click on delete all content because it's going to wipe everything out. What you want to do is just attribute all the new content to the new username. Hit confirm deletion, and there we go. We've got rid of the weak username, and all we have now is the strong username and password combination with the administrator role, and we're all good. We've fixed a huge problem, a huge flaw in the website to help prevent hacking and keep our website much safer. Now, this is only the first step in protecting your website. I've got a whole host of other ways and little things that you can do and lots of tips and tricks to keep your website secure. If all that stuff, even after I've gone through it all step by step, seems very overwhelming to you or you just don't have the time to do it, that's when you can just shoot me an email, James@All-American-Guardian. You can also give me a call at 832-856-9100, and I'd be happy to help you out with that service and keep your website secure and up to date. So until the next video, put any comments or questions down below if you're on YouTube or comments on my blog, and I'll be sure and get back to you. I'll see you guys next time.
All-American Guardian, keeping vigil watch over your business website.